Sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. Fielded right around the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott, open man, he completes it to Judy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd down, Mackey. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Cowboys! Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley will be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll buy some time right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. To throw again on second down. Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The Cowboys hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
22 yards there, a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Mackey. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Mackey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bush. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Prescott. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. To throw is Prescott. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Up the middle they go. Mackey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Herbert. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
On first down, it's Herbert. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert, that's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Herbert off of play action. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Herbert operating from the red zone. For Kidder here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Judy. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, they started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Another one is CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Garibay on to attempt the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Barkley inside handoff. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Again, it's Barkley. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll try the air now with Herbert. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm thinking get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and a couple. Herbert. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert, quick pass out wide, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
On 1st and 10, Herbert gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff, Barkley. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
121 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Mackey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Shoves him aside.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. They run the counter. Mackey, and he's got room. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 139 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. First down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up a touchdown.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Garibay on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Garrigay back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Anthony Schwartz from 8 yards out. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CD Lamb
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead now up to 14.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just
touchdown, Giants! Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 11 now, Herbert. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Giants. T.J. Hawkinson, 35 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. I credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Prescott now. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
And part of a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Mackey. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And they will take a 7-point lead. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. A
gets a 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Herbert. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert to throw. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Throwing, Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Herbert. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One last throw here for Herbert. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. So they came in here facing a very tall task going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took out the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that is used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team season.
So for Dallas, hey, they finish.